Morning. Today's Just for Today was about letting go of our limitations. What prevented me from growing or becoming who I'm going to become, who I'm becoming. What limitations did I have when I was in my active addiction? And the more and more I think about it, where did I limit myself in life? I think that, like, for me, goes with the not thinking I'm good enough, or more importantly, thinking I'm too good. Finding a middle ground for that is a challenge for me. I'm either overconfident or I'm not confident enough. That middle line seems to be content, like contentment. And knowing the difference between being content and complacency can sometimes also be confusing to me. You know, getting to that point where I feel like I'm supposed to be here and then staying there for too long. I think the key for me is gratitude, acceptance, faith. But then comes the finding places where I'm uncomfortable and going into them and overcoming them. And if I'm always to find a place of uncomfortability so I can grow, then how do I find contentment? And I don't know. Like I'll plateau all the time. What I'll do is my example is this. I'll go to all these meetings, find a way to go to like 7 meetings in 7 days, and do that for weeks, whether it's a Zoom or it's an in-person. And then I'll add like the gym to it. Then when I start feeling uncomfortable, because that's become my norm, I'll just add more to it. And so what I'll do is I'll double up on my meetings, and now all of a sudden it's 11 meetings in 7 days. And then I'll double up my gym time, and now all of a sudden it's 2 days. And then nothing at the house is being done. Or I'm not spending any time with my kids. And I'll just overdo it and I'll get no sleep. Which then creates this level of chaos. That's not drugs, but it's almost drug related, right? Because it's like I'm trying to run away. So finding a balance is important, but also, you know, the fact that I'm going to the gym, the fact that I'm making these meetings when I wasn't doing any of that is also important to look at. So there's the gratitude. Okay, I'm making these things, but now how do I adjust? So it's like constantly having to readjust, and it gets tiring. It sounds like if I think about, like, here's all the things you got to do, now go do them. It's like, I don't want to do any of that shit. Like, I don't want to be loaded anymore. And if I tell myself over and over again that I got to do all these things to stay clean, then eventually when these things get too tough, I'm gonna go get loaded. So it's figuring out what's going on with me, all to the point where, like, I'm now taking medication, which I need to take. But I need to take this medication, according to the doctor I just talked to. But a question was asked to me yesterday that I didn't answer. It was just asked in a group setting, because I have 2 more of these groups, and yesterday was group 2, Next month will be the group 3. But it was asked about like expectations of myself and where I felt discomfort. And I thought to myself, well, fuck, man, I'm doing all this shit and I'm still feeling anxious. But I thought it was depression. So I take a test and it's anxiety, which I didn't think I had. But I clearly have it because everybody I talk to says, oh yeah, I can see that you're an anxious person. It's like, well, I didn't see that shit. But when I think about it, I'm fucking anxious all the time. I mean, shit, man, I talk about it in these videos. Like, fuck, I don't have enough time, and, you know, so where's the limitations? I'll fuck around and say dumb shit, too. And there'll be no limit to how I'm talking. Until I gotta make an amends. I know it's just, you know, part of the process and I'm learning. And like, I'm grateful that I didn't get loaded, and I'm grateful that my kids love me, and grateful that I came home and made dinner and was able to go to the gym, you know, work out with a friend of mine in recovery. I find that doing things with people in recovery are important for me. And it's not that I'm knocking anybody who's not. I mean, it's just the people that I've been hanging out with, people I know are. And I choose those people as my circle of friends, with the exception of my kids, my coworkers. I don't have any friends outside of that. And I'm not looking for that either. I'm not going to like... I downloaded this app called Meetup a while back, like almost a year ago. Well, 6-7 months ago. And I was going to just go to these events, kayak here, and then go for a nature hike here. This is where maybe it all started. And I'd sign up for the event and I wouldn't go. And maybe that's a good thing. Got rid of the app, the subscription. Now maybe it's because I don't want to explain myself, even though I like explaining myself. Maybe I don't want to have to explain myself. I have people that'll reach out to me on like Instagram, and then I'll talk about it, and they'll be like, oh wow, yeah, drugs are crazy, and you know, like, and then I just got to sit here and be like, well, I didn't want to even have to have this conversation. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just learning limitations. And then I read, enjoy your recovery. Finding a way to enjoy your recovery. I asked myself, what does that mean? Enjoy myself while I'm clean, or enjoy doing the work, like working steps and then going to the meetings and stuff. Do I enjoy that, or do I need to do it? Sometimes I enjoy it. Sometimes I like being in there. Other times I feel like I have to be in there. How do I turn that in from a have to a want to? I get these thoughts of like, do I have to do this for the rest of my life? And I know the answer is yes to that. Like, I know that's the answer. What the fuck, man? You know, it's... This is a bitch session, really. It's very important. The people that I know that have like 10, 11, 13, 15, 20 years still make meetings. They don't make them like I do though right now, but I have to make them like this right now. Well, there's the answer. Right now I have to make them like this. And then when my life starts to get better, I make them as a routine check-in. Always making my home group. And then if I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, I know where to go. But for right now, listen to me. I'm uncomfortable. I need to make a meeting. That's something good to keep in mind. I'm like future tripping. I'm all over the place. Really, what I need to be focusing on is the task at hand. Get the fuck to work. Clean the fucking house. Get all the clothes up out of my room into fucking bags. And then either wash them or get them over to Goodwill. Like, it's simple fucking shit, man. And then appreciate all the stuff that I'm doing. Vent when you feel like this. So I don't hold it in and go to work. Yeah, I'm sitting here upset because I'm saying all this stuff, but I know that by the time I get to work after doing this video or saying these things, it's not held in anymore. I know that by not holding it in, it's going to make my day a lot better. I know that by when I make the meetings, I hear something in there that helps me. I know that I don't know a fucking thing, so I need to listen to people that know through their experiences, because they had a year clean and they felt like this, and then they had 5 years clean and then they felt like this, but they're still clean and sober. That's about all I know. And I also understand that I don't need the answer to all of this. What if I had it? Or what if I do have it? If I live just for today, then I don't have to worry about, do I have to do this for the rest of my fucking life? I know that. I can get caught up in the whole, like, man, I got to do this for the next 20 years. I got 14 more days until I'm 1 year free from all of that. I know this feels better. Even this uncomfortableness. I also know that if I keep taking this medication that they gave me, it could help. But not taking anything won't. And the sleep meds that they gave me when I was having nightmares, I don't have those. And I had a nightmare yesterday. Now, I'm not going to talk about it. But it wasn't drug related. And it wasn't cool. Grayson was in it. So I woke up thinking about, well, maybe it was drug related in a sense. And I really didn't like how I felt when I woke up. And maybe that's really what's going on with me. I'll have a bad dream and then I'll just like kind of write it off. I won't say anything. Sometimes I do. And it'll just affect me. And then I'll forget about the dream, and then I'm still affected by the emotions and the feelings. I also feel like the dreams that I'm given, like they're given to me, are to help me cope with things. And they're given, like I couldn't have had this dream that I had while I was getting loaded. It would have fucked me up. Probably would have got loaded before I went to work or some shit. So as I have these dreams, as I'm staying clean, gives me the ability to like I had this dream a while back. I had a couple months clean, maybe like 2 months clean, of like everybody saying that I was getting loaded, and I was running around saying I didn't get loaded. And then I woke up at like 3:45 in the morning, and I didn't want to go back to sleep with that, because I got to a point where I was like hiding then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get loaded in the dream. And then I put on Smile 2. And I watched that, and then after like three-fourths of the movie, I went to the bathroom and I asked myself, why are you still watching this? It's like exactly what your dream was like. Well, similar. There was no spirit. And so I had it within me to say, don't watch it anymore, and I turned it off. That situation was meant to happen while I was staying clean, so I can put in the work, and the real work was to say, hey, turn it off, and not feel bad about turning it off. So that's all. I'm not in a bad space. I just needed to bitch, and I needed to get, like, all morning long I'm getting ready, and it's like building up all these thoughts, and this was a good way to, like, remove the top from the boiling water, so the water would stop bubbling up over the pot, and it would go down. Maybe bitch at myself, add a little salt to it so the bubbles go down. I don't know. Today will be a good day, because it can be a good day, because I get to choose how good I want it to be, not how good things are going to go. There's going to be things out of my reach, out of my control, that aren't going to go my way, but I can either choose to look at those as growing moments, or I could choose to look at those as shit that's fucked up. And I am clean, and I only have 2 weeks left to 1 year, and then, maybe I just need to do that for the rest of these 2 weeks, instead of saying 2 weeks in a day, a year in a day. Just be appreciative that, like, I'm where I couldn't get 2 weeks, now I have 2 weeks to 1 year, and everything is going good. I signed up for a 5K yesterday for my work, and I'm not prepared for it. Just because I go to the gym doesn't mean that I can do cardio, but I can at least do it, because the last time I did it, I had some time, a little bit of time under my belt, and this time I'll have a year clean. Year clean, do a 5K. Why not? What a good way to top off the year clean. Yeah. And be appreciative that this weekend I'm going on a really good hike with some good friends. Well, with a good friend who's bringing a friend, and people in recovery. So I should be grateful for that. I will be grateful for that. No. Well, that's all. Have a good day today. And hopefully, if you got some stuff going on the inside, you're able to vent it out too.